Hey there, this is David Cole. Across from me is my cousin and friend Christian Cole, and we are Gen X Unhinged. Christian, how's it going?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm I'm pumped. The State of the Union address was last night. I thought it was great. We got our swag starting to come in. You can see my nice hoodie here. What do you
Oh,
think? Looking pretty
absolutely. Hey,
sharp.
I love it. I love it. A little jealous. I'm a
Yeah,
little jealous. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah. And I think you've got a couple things on its way. You ordered a little bit after
Absolutely.
me, but we'll
I
get them
did.
in.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And
I'm designing a special hoodie for 250. So that's why mine's a little bit
nice.
late. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you like the look here, our Shopify is genxunhinged.myshopify.com, and we'd love for you to go check it out. And we've had a great response. We've had a lot of people going through our store, and it's really pumped us both up. We're
Oh
excited
yeah.
about it. We're going to get some.
It's
Yep.
awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
Yep.
Thank you all for your support. Tremendous
Yep.
support. We love you. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, we're gonna get some additional product in it here in the next week, and we're just gonna keep trying to keep growing it as we go down this path with you all. So, anyways, Christian, did you watch the State of the Union last
Of
night?
course I did. Of course I did. Want some more
Do you
on
think?
Democrats?
Yeah. Do you think Trump just wants to hold every record there is out there?
No,
I mean,
absolutely. Why doesn't that's how he is. That's just that's who
that
he is
was
as a
the
person.
If I have any complaints, though, an hour and 49 minutes is a long time to listen to one man talk
But
about stuff.
but it was entertaining.
Oh, it was.
It was
Very.
entertaining. It was always something, you know. I mean, they always, you know, he brought different people up. You know, he did. It was very entertaining. It was worth it. It was worth it.
It was I so I was going to kind of go over my five top moments, and just to jump right into it, number one to me was it was like a pep rally in a
No,
lot
it
a
was
lot of
absolutely.
times.
But isn't that what the State of the Union is supposed
USA,
to be?
USA.
Right? Isn't that what? But isn't that what it's designed to be?
I don't really know, but I think it was awesome. I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
there's a lot that's happening, so it was good to talk about it,
Well, I
and
mean, we've
and not
lived in
just
a box for so many years, Dave. I mean, just
and not
think
just
about Biden's.
politics.
I mean, did
Oh,
Biden even do a State of the Union?
well, it was like 10 minutes because he couldn't talk that long. I think I
Right,
don't know.
right,
What a pain.
right,
Um,
right.
but even to bring, so they got the U.S. men's hockey team there. They invited the women. They had a conflict of interest. He made special note, though, they are going to come in a later time because the
Yes.
Democrats are trying to say, see, even the women don't want to come. That's not it at
Do you
all.
know where they
That's
got
not it
that
at all.
from? You know where they got that from? Is
No.
Trump was talking to the men's team and he made a joke. And he said, "Well, now I guess I got to invite the women's team too, or I'm going to get impeached." And it was hilarious. But see, that's the thing. If you have a sense of humor, you understand Trump and you understand the jokes that he's telling. If you don't,
Right.
you're just mad all the time.
Yep. And so, like you said, he kept to keep the momentum going in his speech, and just the excitement going. He had just your common man come out quite often. He had different, uh, the 8-year-old girl that was hit by an automobile driven by an illegal immigrant, and they thought she was going to die, and her dad was there with her.
Oh, that
I mean,
was
that was a
awesome.
pretty. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
You giving the Purple Heart to the two Coast Guard folks that were shot in Washington D.C. The woman died and her parents were there, and they accepted the Purple Heart for her. And then the guy was supposed to die, and his mom was like, "You're not going to die. He's not going to die,
Right,
President Trump.
right.
This
Oh,
guy's going to live."
absolutely. Right. And he
And there
did.
he was.
There he
He
was,
did.
you know, and you know, it was so faith based, and he talked about Christianity, and you know, he talked
Yeah.
about God a lot, and you know, it was just really good. I mean, I felt really good after watching it. You know, I really did, and you know, I mean, in my opinion, the way it looks to me is that the Democrats know they effed it up, man. They know. They
Yeah.
know. You see
Yeah.
Kelly's face, that one judge who ruled against it. I won't even say his name, but he was about ready to cry. You know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
hey, they all know. They all know they effed it up. They effed it up because they're a bunch of followers. There's no leaders among them. And a true leader, Federline, I always call him Federline. That's not his name. But Fetterman, whatever. You know,
Fetterman. Yep.
Fetterman, he stood up. He shook his hand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's the only leader of the Democratic Party, and he was wearing a suit. Um, I don't know. We might see a presidential run from him.
Well, he's the only one that I would even think about. At least it's come forward so far as a possibility that could
Right,
lead our country.
right,
So
right.
I also just one more. Trump. They did the ceremony of the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's the highest award that can be given, and especially to the helicopter pilot that went into Venezuela, Eric Slover, I think was his name, who had his leg shot multiple times. The guy just looked like a specimen. Did you see him?
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, he
yeah. He
just
looked
was
like
a
Captain
stud.
America. He looked like Captain
Yeah,
America to me. Right, right. I was
I
like,
mean,
is it that or Superman? Put some glasses on. It looked
he,
just like Clark Kent, or I forget that guy's name who played Clark Kent, but that he could have been a
yeah,
body double for it.
yeah. I mean, and
I mean,
everybody.
the guy's chest was a
I
mile wide.
he had a ton of medals, and they were look tiny because he was
Right,
so big,
right.
so
Absolutely,
strong.
absolutely.
I think it was like, all right, we're only gonna show our people in uniform that are buff and strong. Oh wait, they're all that way.
They're all
Anybody
that
can
way,
come that's
right?
in uniform.
Right, right. And then he had all those
So,
little things on his arm. I don't know what those were, but they were like a million of them. You know,
yeah,
it's like, well, in
I
football, when you would get a tackle or something good, you get a sticker on the back of your helmet,
yeah,
and
exactly.
that's how his arm looked. Like, man, I hope those aren't people. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and then he lands this thing, and Trump's like, yeah, he turned around, let the gunners take out those other gunners. I was like, why can't we watch this on video? Like, why, come on.
Well,
Hey, we need to do this pay-per-view. Come on now.
well, you talk about making you proud, though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
this is where Trump really he shined bright because he brought this guy out and told the story, and it just made you proud to be an American to see him and to know what he just did for
Well,
us. I,
right, and
I
it's
don't know. It
because
was just pride.
it is pride, and this is the thing, and this is what the Democrats don't get, and they're freaking retarded for it, is that usually conservative alpha males, we're not jealous. We're not haters. When we see this guy do what he did, we're happy to be a part of with that guy because we
Absolutely.
can actually think within ourselves, man, I couldn't have done that. Instead of hating him or jealousy, you know what I mean? Like, who's this guy think he is? And then the family, Trump's family, they're so beautiful. I mean,
Oh my
Melania, I
gosh.
mean,
Yeah.
come on, dude. She looks phenomenal. She's like art. She's like art,
Yeah.
you know,
And the person next to her was just kind of just staring, just watching her. I mean, she's just
in
a lot
awe,
of elegance and
in
in
awe.
awe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Erica Kirk looked fantastic,
Always does.
on her
Always
again.
does.
Always does.
You
So
know,
before I forget, in Phoenix, there's a rather large highway, the 303 loop, and right now they're trying to rename that the Charlie Kirk Expressway
yeah,
or
I
something,
posted on
something
that. It's
named like
actually
that.
the 202 loop.
Okay, the 202 loop. Well,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
three of them. There's a 101, a 202, and a 303. So that's
Oh,
great.
okay. Okay, yeah, I thought I saw that too, and they want to change it to the highway, which I was really cool. I posted about that when
Yeah,
I saw it. And it's unbelievable, and he came out and quoted Charlie when he said, "In God we trust," or
yep,
"One nation under God." That was a
yep,
quote from Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? And
yep,
and hey,
yep.
it was unbelievable. I mean, he put the Democrats on full display, 100%. They're anti-American. They're anti-everything. You know what I mean? They're just get them out.
Yeah.
Get them out. You know?
Well, that was number one, pep rally, exciting, really awesome. USA, USA. Another big moment for me was, and I think this is a viral moment where he's like, All right. I want everybody to stand who thinks that we need to protect Americans before we protect illegal immigrants. All the Republicans stood, the Democrats stayed seated.
It's because they're
And
anti-American, Dave. They're
it was just
anti-America.
like,
No, they're anti-America. I don't care what you say, what you do. They hate this country. They hate being wrong. They all just need to be deported, whether they're
it,
citizens or not. Let's just deport them. They're treasonous. That's treasonous. That's
I mean,
treasonous.
for
I mean,
two
remember,
minutes.
if that's your rep, remember this. If that's your rep for your district, you're anti-America now too. And if you are,
Yeah.
why the hell are you here? You know?
I keep reading these different Democrats saying, and then ICE is just ruining all of these communities. And I'm thinking, well, number one, what have they been in? Like six communities so far? I
Well, I
mean,
think they're in a lot more. We just don't hear about it because there's a lot of states out there who are really happy to have them.
well, exactly. So, but I'm saying six communities where there's actually people fighting, saying that they shouldn't be here. I mean, where it's a deal, it's some sort of a negative thing.
Right.
I mean, in the whole United States, there's just not that many places where the ICE is even involved. I mean, I don't. I've seen just a few ice in Eugene in Oregon when I've been there, but by and large, this whole rhetoric that they're ruining our country is like, where is that even happening? It's
Well, they're
happening in
ruining. Well,
Minnesota, but they're helping it.
well, here's the deal.
Go
They
ahead.
are ruining something. They're ruining the
Yeah,
Democratic voter base. That's what's happening, and that's why they're so upset about it. They're upset
right.
because their entire everything is being deported. That I'm telling you, the Democrats are never going to win another election. You could see it in their faces last night. You could see it. How can you act that way? You that let me tell you this. That they don't feel this way. 83%, or you said 89% of the United States
89%.
wants the SAVE Act. 89%, and they're acting this way. It's because they're wrong. They know they're short timers. They know they're losing their base. I mean, Trump basically said, hey,
Yeah.
Democrats can't win unless they cheat.
And so that was number four on my list. So it's like you almost read my list. 89% of Americans want the Save Act.
Correct.
They want elections that they know for sure are not, being uh, changed.
Well,
They're real elections.
and it's mixed messaging, Dave. They're mixed messaging. Mandami, hey, we don't want voter ID, but you got to bring two forms of ID in order to shovel snow. I
That
mean,
was a
which one
great
is
moment.
it? Which one is it?
That was so great.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Trump's like, oh, we got this idiot in New York, and he doesn't want you to have. He's saying this is un-American, yet he had to hire all these people to move snow, but you couldn't get a job unless you had two forms of ID.
Right,
I mean, it was
right.
just
It
a
didn't,
great
it didn't
moment.
make any sense to me, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I mean,
It is.
it's just the hypocrisy, and the American people are tired of it. They're tired of the
Yep.
hypocrisy. These people never would have got voted in if they hadn't cheated. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Everybody knows it. I saw a
It,
thing the other day. A bunch of Democrats here in our super majority. You know, they're at the Capitol protesting because the federal funding got cut off, and Gavin Newsom won't give the homeless people any more money. Dude, you got $24 billion.
yeah.
Let me tell you this: you could build an entire village for that kind of money. Like they should have entire condos and build. I mean, honest to God,
Yeah. I and Trump just point blank just looked at him and say, "You don't want this because you're cheating."
correct.
He
And
did
that's
not
and
mince
that's the
words. He said,
that's
"You
the
are
facts.
cheating."
That's the facts.
Yep.
Point blank. Point blank. If you don't want something to stop something, then that means you're guilty of said something. There's no other way around it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how you spin it, no matter what happens, at the end of the day, if you're against something, you're against it because it hurts you in some way, shape, or form.
Right. And
Self-preservation is number one.
self-preservation. And you know, I'm just I try to think, could I have stood up there and just looked at these people and say you're cheating the way Trump did? And I would hope I could, because they are cheating. But he's just a man of conviction. And
Right,
you know,
right.
I at one point he just stopped and he goes, "I love my country." And I thought, that's so great to hear the president say that.
Oh,
You
I
know, that's
agree.
awesome.
I agree. And this is the deal. Like, you know what? These Democrats, they know they're on their way out. They're short termers. They know they look stupid. You know, so like with Ishtar Ilmar, will she get conjugal visits with her brother? Or, I mean, how's that going to work? I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Okay, yeah, just throwing that out. Just throwing that out.
Yeah. So there were three separate people. There was more than that, but three Democrats that really made themselves look pretty stupid. Al Green, what an idiot. I mean, he
But
brings a
hey,
sign that
yeah,
he
he
brings a
lasted about
sign.
4 seconds. Did you notice that?
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
And they didn't even really talk about him leaving. It's just like, get out of here. And they
right.
just came
Because
and
you're
got him.
bullshit. Well, because he doesn't have a seat anymore. Because of the
It's just
redistricting because of the redistricting in Texas, I don't believe he has a seat anymore.
Yeah, but you know, just to even think that bringing a sign is going to do anything for anybody, and
Right.
I don't know, just an idiot.
I mean,
And
at
then
the
you
end of the
got,
day, this is the deal. You had a kid at the White House who posted something that a Generation X and older sees as racist. Generation Millennial and Z's, they don't see it as racist because we as Xers have done our job and we never did that to our children.
right.
We never forced that narrative. So they never made the correlation between the two. You see what I'm saying? Like it's
Oh
weird,
yeah,
but
yeah,
these are facts.
yeah. And then you got Ishtar Omar, and she's yelling out, you know, you're killing people, Trump. You're killing people, Trump. And then you got the lady next to her, Talib or something
Rashid
like that
Tlaib,
from
she's an
Michigan.
idiot too. Yeah,
She wore a button that said F ICE, and I'm just
right.
like, these are the leaders of our country,
Correct.
supposedly. I mean,
Correct.
they're talking about Trump not looking presidential, not looking, they look like idiots. I mean, they're
Right.
just
Well, and
complete
what you know what
idiots.
else I noticed, and I'm waiting for it to come out today, Dave, is that Pocahontas and Pelosi kept acting like they couldn't hear him. So this was the narrative, and I put this on Facebook. The narrative is they're going to say they didn't hear him. That's why they didn't stand up. But they're the only two doing it, so it's going to backfire on them. You know,
Yeah.
they're stupid. They're
They
stupid.
well,
I
I
actually
don't think people don't take those. I already think that Pocahontas and Pelosi, they've just overstayed their welcome. People don't even listen to them anymore.
no,
You know, they don't really have any kind of a loyal following to them anymore in
no,
any way, I don't believe,
no.
from what I
Okay,
can
so
tell.
hey, real quick, you made it. We talked last night, and you made that comment about Gavin Newsom saying he's not
Oh
very
yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Right. Did you
Yep.
see the
Yep.
context he used that in?
I did.
He
I
was
did.
talking to African American voters and people of color, and he said, I'm just like you. I'm not very smart. How is that not racist? I watched a video today and it was a black gentleman and he was talking about it. And he's like, how do we as black America not see it? He looked at a bunch of black people and said, I'm just like you. I'm not very intelligent. Uh,
Well,
Come
he isn't though.
on.
But
You know,
they
fair enough.
they are, but he's not.
Right. But in the
But
defense of the black guy, yeah, he's like, how did you guys not see this as racist? How? he basically came out on television and looked you guys right in the eye and said, "I'm not very smart, just like you." So what's he really
Just like
saying?
you.
Just like you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, blatantly retarded. Hey, it's blatant. It's
They
blatantly.
just
I am telling you this right now. Because of this Democratic Party, there is no office in this country that I could not hold. I really believe that with a 10th grade education. I have a 10th grade education. There is no office in this country that I could not hold as of right now. That's the
I
honest to God's
agree.
truth. I'm not brilliant. Like I said, I have GED. I have a little bit of college. You know, I'm not a rock star or superstar or anything like that. But judging by the level of intellect and social skills that I would be up against, hey, the sky's the limit for me, bro. I could do
I
anything.
tell you,
I mean, it's unbelievable.
you're just starting. I mean, you haven't even hit your peak yet. So, I mean, I think
No,
you're in for great things.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm looking at these people and I'm like, oh my God, you could be governor? I mean, seriously, like you could be governor, I could be president. I mean, to be honest with
Yeah.
hey, just throwing that out.
All right. I'm going to get back to the State of the Union. So
Okay.
you and I have been talking about Marco Rubio and JD Vance and how Marco Rubio has kind of been really moving up the food chain, getting potentially stronger than JD Vance. Well, President Trump now has given JD Vance an opportunity to shine by saying JD Vance is going to be in charge of rooting out fraud in the American government system. That's a tall order. If Vance can make some headway in this,
Oh
I
yeah.
think he'll be a
Oh,
shoe
and
in.
he will. No, no, because him and Musk are friends. Hey,
Oh,
they're
I know.
buds.
No, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm telling you, hey, we are about to have the best 3 years of our life. I'm telling you this right now. This is Trump's America. Hey, hey, $1.89 in Iowa. A dollar
That's the steal.
89 in Iowa, dude. Listen
What
to
did
you.
you
We
pay? What are
pay
you paying? What are you
almost
paying?
4.69, almost $5 a gallon. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, it's bullshit. And you know what? We got this guy, Stern or whoever his dumbass is. He's running for governor. And all we saw was his commercials last night on the way to the State of the Union. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? You're as dumb as your marketing team because nobody that supports the Democratic Party is watching this news program right now. They are all Republicans and they're only here to watch the State of the Union. Okay?
Right.
Wasted demographic. You're not going to swing anybody. And this is the deal. You're talking about lowering utility costs. That's awesome. Okay? It isn't going to happen because you've never done it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
why aren't you running? You ever notice that none of these governors that are running for office are talking about repealing the gas tax? Right now, right now, 61%. And this is the deal. I've been complaining about it, and all of a sudden, the other day, yesterday, I was watching. There's a Bakersfield rep, San Diego rep. There's all these Republicans that are coming out right now and saying, "Hey, we need to repeal all these taxes. We need to suspend them. At least suspend them." Right?
Yep.
So either one of two
There you
things.
go.
And this is the deal. It's not because they're listening to me. It's because
They
they
might.
have common sense. They might
Yeah,
be. They
exactly.
might be. And you know what? My ego would want to say yes, they are
Hey,
listening to
we're
me.
growing. We're
We are
growing,
growing.
Christian,
We
so you
are
never know.
growing. I agree. I agree. But I'm going to stay humble here because this is a
Yeah.
common sense thing, right?
Right.
It's not if it was something outlandish that I came up with and they were doing it, then I might be a little bit more cocky. But on this is common sense political stuff, right? So
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So those are my five things that I took away from the State of the Union last night, and I want to say I I'm proud to be an American. I was proud that I'm not always the biggest Trump supporter, but I was proud of that he was my president last night, and um, he's winning me over. I voted for him. I'm not going to say I didn't vote for him, but he's just done some things that have been questionable at sometimes. he's turning me to where I'm
Right.
just a full-fledged Trump supporter.
Well,
So,
and
um,
Dave, this is the deal. This is what I learned. Okay. Proud to be an American. I'm proud of our veterans. I'm proud that they
yep.
gave us the right to vote. I appreciate your service. I appreciate more than anything. And the one thing that I am most thankful for is that I'm not a Democrat. That I've got to say that last night was the pinnacle of how God has protected me from being a Democrat. And I appreciate that. And
I
that's what
love
I
it.
learned last night.
Yeah.
That's what I learned last night. You know?
And yeah, and Trump from that podium saying, "And God is back in America where He should be."
Right.
You know, that's
Right.
just fantastic.
Right.
That is so fantastic.
Right. And we do
So
have a separation of church and state. We do.
sure.
Okay. And I understand that. And we need that. You know why we need that? So that people like Don Lemon don't charge into churches and F it up. That's why we have the
Yep.
separation. The separation
Yep.
isn't so that religion doesn't come into government. The separation is so that government doesn't come into religion. That's why there's a separation there. People got to get that understood. Okay. The separation of church and state is not to keep God out of government. It's to keep government out of God.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was
So
great. It was wonderful. I'm proud, dude. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of our country right now. I saw that, the other big news was these data centers having to build their own power plants. I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, that
That's
was a
huge.
biggie.
That's huge. And this is the deal. Now you got cities that were against them. They're going to be fighting for them because it essentially
Right.
will lower electricity costs within the state or the city that they're in.
Yep. Yep. Smart. I mean,
It's
just
brilliant.
smart decisions.
It's common
That's
sense. It's
really
right and wrong, Dave. Like you say
yep.
over and over again,
Right and
it's
wrong.
right and wrong. And
Yep.
the Democrats are wrong and the Republicans are right. I don't care
So
what I
let's
mean. That's just how I feel.
yeah. So there's a couple other things that I wanted to hit before we signed off today. So in Beirut, they've done a partial evacuation of the U.S. embassy. Uh, and there's uh, warships. There's a lot of planes and all that being put into that area of the world from the United States planes. Um, if things don't go right, Trump has said, we'll have to take care of Iran. And I don't want it to come to that, but there's some scary stuff happening there.
Right.
So
Right. And it should be. I mean, hey,
yeah, it
just
has to
I'm
be.
done with them. We're done with them. We're done with them. I'm done. Listen, we as a country have effed around with these other little countries for so long. It is so
Yep.
bad. Hey, Trump's just done. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a kid and you count to three, and they know the consequences from one to three. What's going to happen if you hit three? And they know not to hit three. Well, guess what? Y'all hit three now, and Dad's coming.
Yeah.
So hey, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Stop killing Christians over there in Iran.
Yep. And then the last item that I just wanted to hit on was that it's kind of a little bit of a personal item. I had a friend that went to Puerto Vallarta with a group of it was a ladies trip, and they were out on a boat, either like a fishing boat or a sightseeing type boat, and they looked back at over the land and it's on fire. Puerto Vallarta is on fire, and there's a lot of crazy. And this isn't a government. This isn't people in the government revolting. This is the cartels fighting against the government,
Right.
and it's a little scary what's going on there. And these people, there's a lot of Americans in Puerto Vallarta. Thankfully, they were able to get most of them out. The my friend group, they had to spend a couple days at this resort where they felt safe, and then they got them out of there. But there's scary stuff happening in Mexico. These cartels they're
They're not a
scary.
joke. They're not a joke.
They're not a joke.
They're not a joke. That's
Yeah.
why they're on the
So
terrorist watch list.
that's right. That's right.
You
So
know.
you
Hey,
got
when are they
anything
gonna?
for us
Hey,
this week?
hey, when? Let me ask you this:
Yep.
Why don't they just call it on Guthrie? I mean, she's been
Uh,
24 days
unfortunately,
now, and I don't mean to
yeah.
be rude. 24 days, she's on a pacemaker. She doesn't have her medications. She needs all of that to survive. You need to move this into a homicide investigation.
Yeah, I have to think that behind the scenes they probably have done that.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
or, but or just you hear about old people getting confused and just getting lost and going the wrong direction on something. And there's in Arizona, there's places where you can get in trouble. I mean, just
Oh
falling
yeah,
off of over a cliff or something. And
right,
I mean,
right.
I hope not.
Or
I
you could
hope
just
not,
drive
Christian. But
40 miles south and be in Mexico, where I'm pretty sure she's at anyway.
yeah, and so it's very sad. And but at some point, you kind of have to. Reality has to kind of start hitting you,
Right,
and hitting the
right,
family.
right. So,
Yeah,
well,
it's enough.
G-Man, thank you. All the admins, you guys got hats coming. Can't wait to see them. I got one coming too. I got a hoodie coming. Thank you all for your support. Gen X Unhinged, we're a family here. Check out the group. Thank you guys so
Yep.
much for the support. Check out the merch, see what you think, see what you like. Order some stuff, help supports us. I mean, any support we can get is great. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless President Trump. And thanks you all for stopping by.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, thanks a lot. God bless you and God bless America. It's a great time to be an American. We
It is
win and
absolutely a great time.
we're just keep winning right now,
Keep
according to
winning. Never
President
get
Trump.
tired of it, brother. Never
All
get
right.
tired.
Have a
Have a
great
great day,
day. Have a
guys.
great day.